I'm going to teach you how to squat in this video, but first, let me tell you why it's important to know how to do a proper squat. Years ago, when I first stepped into a gym, I, like many people, thought that I knew how to lift weights intuitively. I figured it just comes to me. I'm a guy, right? I should know how to race cars, shoot guns, box, you know, all those things that you don't need to be taught anything about. Would you believe I was mistaken? Check this out. Many of the group fitness instructors and even some personal trainers I've met didn't really know how to get their clients stronger. But now, after years of training, certifications, education, and helping many clients, I know how to build strength with just about anybody. Like I said at the start, I'm introducing one of the 6 fundamental movement patterns that will give you the ability to build real strength. The focus today is on that foundational lower body movement, the squat. If you're not training properly, your best case scenario is slow progression with some frustrating plateaus. On the other hand, using that proper technique I'm going to teach you will give you the ability to progress for many years. And using this proper technique will give you the ability to avoid pitfalls, such as lack of progress, being overly fatigued, or in the worst case scenario, even getting injured. I will walk you through the basic steps that I use with all of my personal training clients. But first, let's talk a little bit about mindset and a little bit about how we structure these workouts. Okay, this is something I really want you to take to heart. It does not matter where you're starting from. That means if you're feeling weak, sore, limited in your mobility, any of that. I have clients in all ranges of both strength and movement capabilities. I have some clients that come in and just want to bench press more than their friends. I have other clients that come in that just had knee surgery and that need to build that strength back up in that leg. Bottom line, everybody wants to and can get stronger. We will get you there, no matter what your starting point. Only compare your strength to where you started and not to where you might think you should be. Now, there's one major concern that we need to watch out for, and that is sharp pain during any of these movements. Sharp pain is your body signaling that there's something wrong and that we really need to address that before we move on. Now, for most of these big 6 exercises that we're going to do, starting with the squat, we'll start with body weight, assisted if needed, and progress over time, increasing the difficulty as we go. That gives your body a chance to adapt. Initially, we'll keep the variables low, starting with only 5 reps per set, doing 3 sets per exercise with short breaks between sets. That's a total of 15 reps divided into manageable sets. The main variable that we're going to change is the difficulty. So that means that we're first going to get you into a full range of motion, and then after that, we're going to add weight time after time. Eventually, everyone gets to a point where they plateau and can't add weight anymore. We'll address that in some future videos, so make sure you're subscribed. Now, let's get squatting. To begin, you can do an assisted squat. Stand next to something sturdy, such as a door frame, a table, or a countertop. So I want you to only use that assistance enough to prevent yourself from falling. That means you're keeping most of that work in your hips and legs instead of your arms. If you need to use a little more assistance to get lower into that squat, it's okay, but we're going to try to do that over time without as much assistance. Set your stance with your heels directly underneath your shoulders. A mirror may help with this. Now turn your toes out roughly 30 degrees. If you think about halfway is 45, so just bring it in a little bit from there. This stance provides stability, and we will return to it in many of the other exercises that we do. So keep this one in your mind. As you perform the squat, keep your chest up the whole time. Your hips will hinge, pushing your rear end backwards and your shoulders forward, and this is what will allow you to balance as you descend. Your knees should bend immediately as you descend. Pushing your knees outward so that they track a little bit past your toes will allow you to keep proper form and allow that depth. Ideally, the crease in your hip should go just below the top of your kneecap. Starting out, most people can't do that comfortably. So use your assistance to allow you to get to that depth. Don't worry if you're not there yet. Over the next few weeks, this will become your progression, trying to get to that depth. The ascent, coming back up, includes a critical element that we call the hip drive. Focus on raising your hips all the way back up before you allow that back angle to become vertical. It can help by focusing your mind in your tailbone. Starting from the beginning, as you descend, your knees and back angle should be set about halfway down with your knees pushed out and just over your toes. Your gaze, where you're looking, should be about 5 feet in front of you on the floor. Once you're halfway down, lock that position in mentally, and then just allow the hip, thinking about that tailbone, to go down and all the way back up before you return the back angle again. This keeps the knees and back angle locked in as your hip goes straight down and straight back up. All right, those are the fundamentals of a proper squat. I know it can feel like a lot of information all at once, kind of like you're drinking from a fire hose, but you will master it with practice. And we will keep going over these principles. Mastering these principles takes consistent practice and persistence. In upcoming videos, I will teach you how to advance through progressions in this squat, such as the box squat, the goblet squat, a leg press machine, and the barbell squat. But first, I'm going to cover the remaining 5 fundamental exercises. Hit subscribe to join me on this journey to be a stronger, fitter you. Also, check out my previous videos. I have some great information about why you should be strength training there. And remember, the squat matters because when life knocks you down, it's a lot easier to get up with stronger glutes. I'm Dave McDougall, and I'm here to help you be strong before and through your retirement.